Axie Infinity is one of the biggest play-to-earn NFT-based games, and love it or hate it, it is coming back in a big way with some of these latest updates that completely shake up the game and take it to the next level. If you play Axie or you're looking to get into playing Axie, this update is for you. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. Now, Axie Infinity has been a popular game here for a while and is definitely at the top of the list when it comes to play-to-earn games. But there have been some problems with their economy, and they've tried to make changes here recently to rectify that. We've seen SLP go on a massive run with green candle after green candle every single day because of these changes, but those are not the biggest changes that we've seen coming to the Axie Infinity ecosystem. I'm going to talk about everything that they're going to be doing here in the next couple of months with the release of Axie Origins. This is the next version of Battles for Axie Infinity, and it completely changes everything you know about Axie Infinity. You need to know about these updates so you can get ready and plan for the future coming. But before we jump into all of that, if you love gaming, you love NFTs and earning money in crypto, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel here and smash that like button if you like what you see. Then jump in our community of Stachers on Discord and talk about NFTs, gaming, and the metaverse with us there. So like I said, big changes coming to Axie Infinity. These are the biggest changes they've ever instituted in the entire history of Axie Infinity. I've been following this game since the beginning, and these changes are definitely the biggest. Now, we'll talk about first the recent changes that have already gone into effect. That is, there is no more SLP for PvE. So the adventure mode, you're not getting SLP anymore. Huge change. And this is one of the changes that really sent SLP as a token, its price, going 3 and 4x here over the last week because of this change. It's essentially a way that was easy for people to, bot and game and earn SLP and then sell it in the marketplace. And so it was inflating the supply significantly. And so because of that, they decided they were going to do no more SLP rewards for PvE. But on top of that, they actually changed the MMR rating of what you need as a minimum to be able to earn SLP in your matches. And below a certain rating now, you're not getting SLP. Or you're only getting one SLP essentially, and so below another one of that, you don't get anything. So they really want to make this more about the competitive aspect of the gameplay. I think it's a great decision. Now, as a long-term, bandage, we'll say, to Axie Infinity is the economy. Is it going to work? I think it's going to work right now. I don't know how it's going to work out in the long run. I do like the fact that they've made these changes, and I think they're important to make. But I think with some of the new upcoming changes with Axie Origin, there's definitely some things to take in consideration there. So with what they call Battles V3 or Axie Origins, which is coming the end of this quarter, it's going to be in beta. So that's something you got to take in consideration. So this is when they launch this, it's going to be a whole new game. There are going to be so many things coming. So the first thing you got to know about this, though, is that while it's in beta, and they don't really say exactly how long it's going to be in beta, there's going to be no earning possible. So they'll still have Axie V2 battles, so your regular old Axie, you'll still be able to earn there. But as Origin is being introduced, earning is not possible. Now, another big change here coming with Origin and this whole huge update is they're going to have starter Axies. This is something I've been talking about forever, and everybody in the Axie Infinity community, I think, has talked about this at one point or another. That they've teased it over the last couple of years. But finally, we're going to get starter Axies. These are Axies that you can get to start playing with and learn the game. And they don't cost anything. They're free. But you cannot earn SLP or any kind of rewards with those starter Axies. So you're still going to have to buy Axies to get in to start actually earning. But you have a set of starter Axies that are non-tradable. And you'll be able to use those to learn the gameplay. Now, some other major changes that are coming with the Axie Origin launch is to the gameplay and other attributes and things of the overall feel of how the game is. So first off, they wanted to make it a little bit more fast-paced. So they're making a turn-based system, right? Right now, both of you kind of, look at your cards at the same time. You're doing things. It's not really turn-based. Both of you are kind of going at the same time, right? Every turn. Now they're going to change it towards turn-based. So one person goes, then the next, and then you do something. So there's more possible strategy that is involved there, seeing what your opponent played previously, and then countering those things, right? The other thing is there's going to be new cards coming for eye and ear attributes. Before it was only 4 attributes you were getting cards for. Now we're going to have new cards that are coming for both those 2 new attributes. So I think that's going to be kind of cool. And they're going to have modified legacy cards as well. So that means with this new upgrade, each card is only either going to be an attack card or a shield card. So you're not going to have cards that have both anymore. That's a huge change. Think about the strategy that is going to have to shift for this. So anything that you've had, that you've picked up Axies for specific strategies or gameplay, that is all going to be thrown out the window. It's gone now. Now you're going to have to retool your strategies and possibly your team of Axies to take advantage of all these brand new attributes that they're coming. Another important change here or shift is there are going to be no more random crits. So you'd be attacking and then boom, you got a crit, right? It's a random kind of crit. With Axie Origins, you're going to have a new ability called the Rage ability. And this is something that builds up over time and that you can actually release strategically versus it just being a random, a chance of something happening. So I really like that fact. Like I said, it is lending more strategy to the game, which I feel it was lacking a little bit there. So I do love that they are instituting a little more strategy there. Now, on top of all of this, if that wasn't enough to shake up the entire gameplay of Axie Infinity, they are now coming with brand new buffs as well in the form of runes and charms. And so runes are going to be able to give you passives to your gameplay, and then charms are going to actually modify abilities. So you'll be able to craft these things off-chain using what they call moon shards. And so using moon shards, you'll be able to craft these runes and charms off-chain to be able to add to your gameplay. And the basic versions of these won't be NFTs. So you'll be able to use them not as NFTs. The rarer versions, you'll actually need SLP to craft them, and they are NFTs. And so the rare, more powerful runes and charms will actually live on the blockchain, and you will need SLP to craft them. So, these are all really big changes for Axie Infinity. Once Origin launches, it changes the entire game. And this is all coming before land gameplay too. So we'll expect there to be another big shakeup for Axie Infinity sometime later this year when land gameplay also launches too. Now, obviously, this is all going to be rolling out in phases. They're not going to just drop it on your head. So it is going to go to beta, and they'll be rolling out a lot of these changes in phases. So I'm sure they'll be able to give their community time to test it out and get comfortable with it, be able to understand what the strategy is, and so they can adjust their teams and strategy and their scholarships and management of those scholarships accordingly. But I do think this means a lot of good things. Now, one thing I will say is, what does it mean for the price of Axies? When you're talking about something like starter Axies coming into play, and there being more strategy involved, which is something that not everybody really is super fond about. I like it, but not everybody likes it. They like something a little more passive, just to earn easily. But with starter Axies, does that mean that less people are going to be buying Axies? Possibly. It definitely could be, the case where we don't see as many people getting into the game because they've taken out adventure mode. They're giving you starter Axies, and they're making it harder and harder to earn. You really have to be a competitor. So that kind of trims the low tier fruit. So does that mean we're going to have less people buying Axies to get into the game? It could be the fact. But then hopefully that's offset with a gameplay and the launch of Lunacia coming later this year with an Axie burn mechanic that is going to be built in. So let me know what you guys think about these massive Axie changes. Let me know if it changes or shakes up your future vision for your Axie team or for your scholars. I want to hear your strategy below, what you think you need to be doing to get ready. I would love to see what that is in the comments, but that's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.